Good morning, Eagles. I'm Timothy. Today is Thursday, November 6th of 2025. Here at GJ, it's our mission to be prompt, polite, and prepared, and it's our vision that every student graduates with the skills necessary to be successful in a college or career. Now get ready, because ENN starts now. School budget heavily affects student life, from the simple stuff like pencils to the labs and activities we do in class. But currently we are facing heavy budget cuts. We also spoke to multiple staff and students to see how the budget cuts are affecting them in their careers.
According to the superintendent of Polk County Public Schools, Fred R. Hyde, the school district is facing over $67 million in financial losses this school year. Ms. Blankenship, a teacher of over 20 years, states her opinion on the matter of educational budget cuts.
Well, these budget cuts are affecting the students greatly. I have to be more mindful of the different types of specimens that I buy. I have to be careful of the different labs. I've had to drop a few of the labs because of costs.
Classes keep getting bigger without appropriate increases in the teaching force, straining teachers to stretch their time with students thin.
Now, instead of having a biology class of between 23 and 25, some of the classes are up to 30. Which means less individualized learning, more difficult for a teacher to get around, more distractions in the classroom.
Ms. Yoakum, president of the Polk Education Association, talks about how the cut educational money affects children heavily.
Who suffers? Kids. And because we have found that adults will leave and find other professions and other jobs, whereas we still have 85% of our students are being taught in our traditional public schools.
Ms. Yoakum's claims are supported by students who talk about how these cuts can impact their learning and future.
It can impact the quality of my education, which in turn will make it harder to get into colleges and just give me a harder time in the future.
I think education is one of the most important things in a society, really, to help us, to help the younger generation proceed into the future.
I don't think that education should be limited at all. I think that we should all have our freedom to go learn what we want to, when we want to. So for us to be limited by budget, I think that's just not a good thing.
There are many issues in science that students end up needing to vote on, and I want them to have education behind it.
I think that political opinions form through both school and home life, and without a different point of view, then you won't be able to really see what's out there.
With public school staff jobs on the line, the education system of PCPS could come to a standstill. Increasingly, teachers are losing resources, impacting the educational process for the next generation. I'm Will, reporting for ENN.
Thanks for that, Will. But unfortunately, schools aren't the only thing facing budget cuts. Not nothing. But thankfully, Eileen is here to talk about how to budget ourselves and save money. Let's head to her to learn some more.
Money comes and goes, but how you spend it makes all the difference. It's easy to splurge on things you want, but smart spending means thinking ahead. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or will it help me later? According to the Federal Reserve, most Americans don't have enough savings for emergencies, so every dollar counts. Budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about control. Spend on what adds value to your life and save on what really matters. Talk to your friends about how they save. Get advice from them. Because at the end of the day, being rich isn't about how much you earn, it's about how wisely you spend.
Thanks for that. Now that we've learned how to properly budget ourselves, let's head to Megan to see how GJ students spend their hard-earned cash.
Now that I have a job, I love to spend my own money. I like to go to Lakeside with my friends and watch movies. Let's see what you Eagles enjoy doing with your money.
I spend it on my family, buy food, clothes, and go out.
I spend my money by going shopping, getting food, and finding more stuff to get clothes on.
I like spending my money on games, food, and going out.
I spend my money on stuff like food and energy drinks.
I would say I spend my money mostly on like gas, food, and then shopping when I go with my friends.
Those are some really good answers. You guys definitely gave me some ideas on what to spend my next paycheck on. Remember, I'm Megan, reporting for ENN.
Looks like I'm not the only one who likes to spend his money on eating good. Unfortunately, Eagles, that's all we have for today's show. I'm Timothy, signing off of ENN. Have a great rest of your day.